Every single week for like the past month, it feels like this show, you think like, okay, you know what to expect, and then they pull the rug from under you and then hit you in the head with a sledgehammer. Because I'm thinking to myself, okay, the past few weeks, it's been shocking. We think they lose. Oh shit, we think we win, only get bamboozled. Okay, we have as many twists as we can probably get. This will go pretty much according to plan. I'm pretty sure most of us were in agreement after last week that, well, if Buddy got obliterated as hard as he did, the likelihood of him being in the little team deathmatch here was unlikely, so XX being the one taking up the identity made sense. So stuff like that's not really gonna, like, surprise you. It's like, okay, it's confirmation, it's kind of going with the flow. But then when it really starts going, and then you get to the torture scene, not gonna lie, I'm still like, okay, they still found a way to make me say what in the actual And the craziest part about Bluekeeper doing what he does, both looking at it only from his perspective and then looking at it from our perspective, you can't even blame the guy. We pretty much have XX wanting to take revenge for their fallen leaders and stuff and to absolutely kill these fools. And I'm not saying the Keepers seem like they're the morally just characters, but at the end of the day, I mean, if I'm in this world on humanity's side, which one am I gonna root for? I mean, yeah, I'm gonna root for the Power Rangers, I'm not gonna lie. But the idea that we have two characters almost like trying to pick up arms and to take revenge and, like, you know, finish the mission, and then Bluekeeper's like, you just killed my partner. Now granted, she's not dead yet, but like, they definitely were implying she ain't making it. I think she will make it, but, you know, in the moment, it almost was like a final farewell. This guy is just like, I'm going to kill the evil. Like, I'm going to torture. You tell me where your boss is, and maybe I'll give you a quick death. It's like, you can't even blame the guy. And I think after this episode, Blue's my favorite. 100%. There's something about Blue, like, he seemed like more of the douchebag of the group out of all them, but then when you realize that this girl was like, she usually would talk for him because he doesn't really have social skills, so then he comes across and gets misread, which obviously upsets her. Like, just such a good episode that's shocking, once again. But every, like, episode for the past month and the way that it's been shocking, like, you have these expectations, but then it goes in this direction. It doesn't come across that it's like, oh, it's just trying to one-up itself. It's just naturally a crazy bitch of a show, and I'm here for more. Now, of course, I have full live reactions if you want to see my mind break in real time. Full uncut thoughts over on Patreon exclusively. So, this is spicy, because let's just say we get out of all this alive. Blue remains to live. Like, the longer it went on, the more I'm like, does D have to get a new identity? Because here's the thing. He did have a decent cover story, which was my plan as well. I'm just trying to look for him. I'm trying to protect a teammate. It's not about this, but by the end of the episode, it's like, it very much looks like D's working with a duster. So, sure, let's just say XX gets away, we then locate the real one who's probably in a hospital bed right now. Maybe he can say, I had no idea that was a duster, I was just trying to find my friend. Maybe there's a penalty and maybe we don't get screwed. But this is actually a very bad situation to be in because, like, all of D's progress, and there was a lot of progress with the bonds he's built in that body, could go up in smoke because of XX being exposed. And it wasn't even, and like the thing is she got exposed pretty quick into this episode, even prior to Bluekeeper. Like, I guess someone hit her and then obviously the dust, the particle effects were going. But yeah, that's gonna be spicy. But I will admit though, the torture scene was handled so good. So obviously, if you stab these fools, it's just like particles because there's no blood, right? So the idea of like turning that scene with the lighting and the color palette, like it's all like a reddish tinge. And then as it like gets stabbed, the sharper art direction with the line work, you actually felt like, yeah, that hurt. And it came across like edgy in a good way. Like it came across edgy in the way it's like, oh, that had some bite. But it's not going overboard to the point that you're numb to it. Like, it just had the right level of oomph that you're like, okay. You know, I like this character, but goddamn, if this was her actual end, it's kind of metal, I'm not gonna lie. I like the Dragon Keeper's, like, weapons, too. So our boy has, like, a giant lance. Like, but then he, like, loads in the cartridge, which the girl gives, and that's the only reason. Because, honestly, D probably would have killed him without that shield. Like, it very much was coming across that D would have had a W there. And honestly, it's probably a good thing he didn't kill in that moment, because I don't think there would be any way to excuse why you killed one of the highest ranking members. Like, I'm pretty sure the only one who's higher ranking is Red, because Red's the leader. But it's conflicting. But it's like, I actually didn't think they would be able to shock me again, because I thought I knew what to expect. I expected that there was 2 Dusters in this group now. I expected maybe there'd be some craziness, but, not the Blue Keeper stuff. Not everything with... And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was surprisingly emotional when she said, "You can speak." Because he gave her full trust that she speaks for him, so like, as he's standing there and she's like so wounded, it's almost like giving him that go-ahead. It's like... It's not that I'm rooting for the Keepers, and I'm not rooting for the Dusters. I'm kind of I'm a bystander, just kind of watching how this world adjusts to this nonsense. But I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm a Blue Keeper stan at this point. Like, he a badass. I like him a lot, and I hope for his sake his girl pulls through, because rip everyone, and because even if he like calms down with his emotions, the dialogue from him unfiltered gonna be next level. A very effective episode. I really thought this wouldn't take long to wrap up in terms of this event, because I thought we were very close to being done. Buzzer didn't even go off once, the alarm didn't chime in one single time, so I don't know, man. Like, hopefully that's gonna be the icebreaker, that we're gonna be in these, like, heat of moments, someone's about to die, the alarm will go off, and it'll just give everyone a, be like, wait, what? And then maybe someone runs away. I don't know. I think D can keep his identity as it is. I think there's enough bullshittery that he can do, but she needs to run for the hills and, like, pick up a new... Because here's the thing, now that they know Dusters are in their area, all they really have to do is say, we're gonna start testing people, little nicks on the arm, see if they have like the dust effects. Like, it could be very bad for them going forward, and I don't know how they'd cover that up if so, but thoughts down below on this torture-filled episode, because this shit was batshit wild. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. So today we got Alexan Free, Celine Jacquin, FN02, Erica Winter, Peaceful Hermit, Samuel Smith, and MW. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.